So that's a big component when we talk about relationships of anybody who's in a relationship, whether it's personal, career, whatever it might be.
Definitely.
This is the year to be aware.
Definitely.
That it could be break your
Make it or break it.
Make it or break your year.
Definitely.
Did you push record?
Thank you so much for tuning in again to our second act with Paige and Silka.
For your second act of life. Hi, Silka.
Hi again. We're continuing our conversation with Patricia Kirkman about numerology and how we can use it as a tool to make some decisions, in our life path for next year. And on this segment, we want to really focus on how to apply numerology to our relationships. And, you both off camera told me how important the name is, as well as understanding our personal numbers in making some relationship decisions. Talk about that.
Well, I think the nicest part when we're going to talk about 2018 is it's a number 2, which deals with partnerships, relationships, and sensitivity. Now, relationships are made or broken in 2s or 6s. So got 4 more years to get to the other one. But for the right now, depending on where a person is.
So that's a big component when we talk about relationships of anybody who's in a relationship, whether it's personal, career, whatever it might be.
Definitely.
This is the year to be aware.
Definitely.
That it could be break your
Make it or break it.
Make it or break your year.
Definitely. And I think that what's most important part is that people have to realize how sensitive we can be, but how sensitive the people we're dealing with can be. And we sometimes forget about the other side. Yeah. And the good way to look at it, if you take a look at your name, and this will make it easy for them. If they do not have a B, T, or a K in the given birth name, then they would have issues with the number 2, okay? Because those letters represent that number. And if they don't have a 2, we consider that a karmic issue. So they're here to learn how to be a team player, how to be the better partner, how to be less sensitive to others that they're dealing with. Now, equally so, if we have an overabundance of those letters in a given name, that person would be overly sensitive and could create major issues just from not knowing how to go along with the group. The team player is here to be the peacemaker as well. And so if you're here to make all these things work together, then you have to take a look at what are you offering others. If it's a job you're looking for, well, if you have a lot of 2s in your name, that you want to be the one that wants to play nice. You want to make it nice for everybody else. If you have a lot of 1s in a given name, that person wants to lead, get out of my face, I'm doing it my way. And so it depends on how the numbers revolve or what's going on. But the universal 2 year for 2018 deals with not only being sensitive, it also can allow us to be insensitive at times. But relationships definitely are made in a positive way, or they're broken off in a 2. So how do we work with it or play with it?
Well, so how do we apply this practically in our life?
Well, it's very simple. If you take a look at your month and day of birth and you've taken a look with the universal, you already know what your personal year is. All right, so you can use this along with the fact that if it shows that you're in a 1 personal year, you would want to be in charge. You want to take over, do new things, make it different. This is a perfect year to look for that new job, do the things you want to do. If it's a 2, you're looking for a partnership and a relationship. Could be work-wise as well as personally, because after all, that's when that little TLC button goes up. If it's a 3 year, we want to be creative, get out there and make things, do things that are different. Maybe that's the time you want to decide to write your book, even if it's a red book, whatever, things of that nature. If it's a 4, you deal with the details of things. And people have to remember, in a 4 year, it's all about work. Nose to the grindstone, get it done. And There's no if, ands, or buts about that.
And I'm going in a 4-year. And let me tell you, my nose has been to the grindstone for decades.
You haven't seen anything yet. We'll go into that one later. But if it's a 5, 5 is about major changes. Now, 3s and 5s have a luck factor to them. I think the Kenny Rogers song when I do the 5, because it's the gambler. No one to hold him and no one to fold him. The 6 years also about relationships and partnerships. 2s and 6s, relationships are made or broken, okay? Regardless. It depends on how we deal with what we've got. The 7 year, which is where you are this coming year, is all about being the teacher, the student, and it's about getting information out to others. It's going to make us go back within the self to reevaluate many of the things we're doing and make choices and changes. And then the 8 says...
That is right on target, by the way, for her.
Well, of course. Yeah. And the 8 year says, okay, I know how to make this all work. I'm chairman of the board. You're going to do it my way, and I'll tell you who's going to stay and who's going to go. But that's the money-making tide. The 9 year says you've been through 8 years up until now. Take a look at it. What do you want to eliminate? What do you want to keep? This is the time to be cognizant of those that are in need. Be the Mother Teresa this year and help others out. That's the best part of it. But it's also get rid of people, places, and things in the life that don't fit anymore. Let it go. And by the way, 4 deals with health, 6 deals with alternative health.
Interesting.
You've got a lot of things to look at.
Interesting.
In your own personal year coming up.
And for anybody who needs to have that explained more thoroughly, we're going to link everyone to Patricia's site so they can understand it more, kind of look, or if they want to get in touch with her, they can do that as well.
Yes, absolutely. It'll all be in the video description. Yeah, it's about what I'm trying to get across to our viewers in this segment is really the importance of the tool and how you can utilize it in your life, to guide you. It's not an absolute, you're saying. It's one tool to help make decisions, correct?
Right.
Definitely.
Yes.
We have opportunity and options. It's our choice whether we play the hand or not.
Well, Patricia, we're coming to the end of our segment once again. And is there anything else you'd like to leave our viewers with as a tip for 2018?
I think if we plan on being the best partner we can be to whomever we're working with, we'll always end up being on top, because those that try to make it all about them ends up with the short end of the stick. The 2 wants to be there to help and enhance other people and move them along the way. So it makes it much, much nicer to work with.
Well, from everything I heard, Paige, I think we're going to do really good together.
You shall.
Oh,
definitely.
We knew that already, right?
Well, thank you so much for all this great information. Like Paige said, we will link to your information so anybody that wants to contact you directly can do so. And we look forward to seeing you on another episode of Our Second Act with Paige and Silka.
For your second act of life.
Bye-bye, guys. See you in the next time.
Bye, Silka.
Bye. Thanks so much for watching. For more videos on living your life to the fullest after 50, please visit our website, secondact.tv. And if you haven't already done so, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. Button's right over here. Thank you.